Hello, Not Manly here, and welcome back to episode 30 and a half of Kerbal Space Program. This is after the migration to Alien Space Programs 1.5.1, featuring a considerably tougher Eve atmosphere that has a ceiling of 60 kilometers, and this is one of the recent rescuees, or rather the recent rescuees craft that would not have survived had we not fetched our rescuees before the migration. This little Mark I crew cabin is not going to make it. There's no way we would have been able to get these guys up. In fact, that critical temperature is climbing very, very, very rapidly. And before we get any significant drag to slow down, well, the thing just melts. And there we go. We've had some other improvements in Alien Space Programs 1.5.1. Solar panel output has been adjusted so that it actually works like stock Eve. Since we're closer to the sun, we're supposed to be getting more energy out of solar panels. And that has now been fixed. Illumination of the sun is now set based on whatever the homeworld setting is. So Eve will be brighter and more energetic. Duna would be considerably less so. Dres more so, and so on, until you get almost nothing all the way out at Joule. Checking to make sure that our drills are up and that our ISRU unit is working. We still have to fill this thing up with 2,000 liquid fuel to complete that base contract. Also, the Space Center has been moved to an altitude considerably higher because I want craft built in the previous version of Alien Space Programs on Eve to still work. So we still have an atmosphere density of about 5 kilograms. We still have an atmosphere pressure of the same as Eve sea level in stock. We've got that lovely 110 degrees Celsius weather. There we go. Considerably higher pressure atmosphere up here at 4 kilometers up still. Craft should still work. And there's that 1.7 Gs just to make sure everything is all working as it's supposed to. Now, because we moved the Space Center much, much higher, we need to plant new flags at the beginning and end of the runway. We don't have the feature in Kerbal Space Program 1.6 yet where we can target the Space Center and fly to that. So we still gotta put some flags out there. While KSP 1.6 does fix a couple of important things I've been running into here in this version, Copernicus has not yet been updated, so I need to wait for Copernicus to get updated before I can migrate this again to another version of Kerbal Space Program. But we'll send Wendland out in the meantime. I'm pretty sure that this base is not going to move when that happens, so we'll plant these flags out here just at the top of these little hills. Just go far enough so that Wendland here doesn't fall off the cliff. It is a pretty steep drop from the top of here. It's not too far from the original location though. It was just further up to those hills where we tried to launch some solid rocket boosters earlier. There she goes. Alright, Wendland, get back inside safe. And this was a test flight of the Razor Force 7. I had to do some adjustments to protect those 1.25 meter reaction wheels, so I stuffed them in Mark II cargo bays. While that worked, we had an awful lot of extra empty space in those cargo bays, so I stuck in there a couple of FLT 200 fuel tanks, managed to stick in some Mark 0 oxidizer tanks. Look at that approach and look at that cliff. So we had extra room to cram a few things in there. And this thing did barely survive re-entry in one piece. The wheels, well, I gotta work on that. Apparently, one of the sets of wheels will extend and the other one will not. I think I just need to detach and reattach them. Also, I don't know the aerodynamics in this environment yet, so I'm coming in at a pretty high speed and pretty high dynamic pressure. The drogue chutes are going to have to stop us once we get over the runway. But look at that, Jeb and Bill are bringing this thing home safe. Alright, gentle, 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 here come the drogues. Not bad at all. Touchdown. We'll be doing further adjustments to our craft in this new environment. Fortunately, most of them should still work. Come on, come to a stop. Alright, until we do further adjustments, I'm Not Manly. Fly safe.